Okay, so first of all, apologies. This video is going to perhaps feel a little disjointed. I'm not sure when I put it together. It's a video of two halves. I started filming this video 2 days ago. The first part of which you will see in a moment. And then I wasn't able to continue filming it and ended up then having to go to the hospital yesterday morning. And I've now got my foot in a boot because I've fractured my foot. Didn't happen this week. I think it happened when I was in France. I'm not quite sure. But I basically got a stress fracture in my right foot as opposed to the left hip that I hurt before we went away. But I think it was from walking with a strange gait, and I've obviously been falling heavily on my one foot, and I've got a lovely fracture across this part of my foot here now. So it never rains but it pours in Rachel and Bella Craft's house, I guess. So I started filming the other day, and then I couldn't carry on that afternoon. I was in too much pain. So I'm gonna show you that bit of the video first. And then I will carry on where I was meant to carry on 2 days ago. So I hope it's not too all over the place, you guys. But okay, here we go. Hi everybody, welcome back to Rachel and Bella Crafts. Rachel here, hope you're all well. So first of all, apologies, it's been a little while since my last video. As you know, I've been away on holiday. I've actually been away on 2 holidays, one after the other. It's been quite a busy couple of weeks for us. We've had 40th birthday celebrations, and not mine, and other things happening. So yeah, it's been quite a busy time. But I didn't want you to think I'd forgotten about the giveaway, and to thank you all for the amazing support that you gave to all of the collaborators in our recent collaboration, Crafty Summer Simples. I hope you really enjoyed crafting along with myself and Angela Kerr with our kits, and with all of the amazing YouTubers that took part. We all had an absolute blast. It was brilliant. I'm still catching up on some of the videos, but it's been lovely to see you all sharing your makes and your projects and things in our Facebook group. Please do continue to share anything that you have made, because it's always lovely to see that you've been inspired, and also your kind of like take on things that have been shown. So I just wanted to show you very quickly who has been selected to win the giveaway. The giveaway is a 12-month I'm not quite sure how I phrase this. Basically 12 months worth of kits from myself, from my shop. You just need to drop me a message once a month and let me know which kit you would like, and I will get that to you. I would prefer, if you wouldn't mind, if you could message me on Facebook, but if you're not on Facebook, via my Etsy messenger will do just fine. So the video that I have selected the comment from is Kelsey Thomas's video, and she was in the middle of the collaboration. I do like to pick a video at random, because obviously in order to enter the giveaway, you just have to like and leave a comment on all of the videos. So the person who has been selected, I did do a screenshot in case I lost it, but thankfully I haven't. The person who's been selected is Chris Gibson 8409. So Chris, if you could just drop me a line and make contact with me, and then we can get you set up then with your first kit this month. Okay, so that's all of the giveaway news. What else do I have to tell you? Well, loads actually. So you will see there are some goodies on my desk. I'm going to very quickly go through those with you now. We've got some freebies, we've got new kits. So let me first of all show you the new kits. We've got 3 new kits out this month. Now they've been out only for the members for the last couple of months, because those that are members on my Ko-fi have had these as their monthly kits for the last 2 months. They were also available on sale at our summer retreat. So obviously if you do get yourself along to our retreat, you will find that there'll be like exclusives and things there. We do have another retreat coming up. I'm not actually sure if I've told any of you this. We've got another retreat coming up now in September. All the details are on our Facebook page. No, they're not. That's a fib. They're all on our website. I don't know where that came from then. And if you go and check them out under the retreat tab, you'll see the dates and all the information. We are up at Malvern. It's all inclusive. And we've also got some workshops there that you can book onto if you wish to as well. So lots of things going on. I'm going to give you a quick flip through of the new kits. I have done some little videos. This is the blue shabby backgrounds one. Which I am going to be working with this next week, along with another kit that I'm going to tell you all about in a moment. I have a very busy month coming up now, so I needed to kind of like boot myself at my bottom to get back into doing videos. Do you know what? It's quite weird when it's been a while. I've actually been prepping to do this video since last Friday. I've just kept getting thoroughly distracted, or I needed to do something else for it. Ooh, I'm not quite sure how a blank page got in the middle there. Oh, it's not blank, I've just turned them around. Right, sorry about that, guys. Okay. So this is a really big kit, this Shabby Blues. As you can see, there's a huge cross-section of different types of lovely blue backgrounds that I felt would go with most journals. In fact, I think there is not one kind of journal that you could say to me right now that there isn't a page or two in here that you could utilise backgrounds from this for. And I'm not entirely certain if I've just shown you those the right way up. I think I have. Oh, I love this one. This is my favourite. I've used this the most so far already. It is so yummy. Okay, nearly there. I think there's something like either 35 or 36 pages in this kit. It is huge, 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 huge. As I said, some of those that came to our summer retreat purchased it back then, so they've been working with it already. And those of you who are my Ko-fi members, this kit has been available to you for the last 2 months as well. So I hope some of you have been able to download it and make use of it. So there we go. That's the blue shabby backgrounds kit. Oh, let me put all that back together. Okay. Then the next one, in fact, I'm going to put it back in here if you'll bear with me a second, guys, because I'm going to get a little bit unruly otherwise. And I've managed to keep that kit very safe all this time. Okay, so the next one was the pink shabby backgrounds kit. See a bit of a theme going on here. And this one has also been out for a little while on my Ko-fi page for members. If you're not a member, it is now available to purchase from my Ko-fi shop, Ko-fi store. But yes, they are a nice mixture of journaling pages in here. I popped some with some lovely frames around it. But it is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a beautiful pink shabby kit. So that's on there now for you to go and have a play along with. There we go. This one's not quite as big as the blue one. And again, a real mixture of, I popped some like mixed media background ones in as well. So something if you want to add a little bit of texture. You know, they're not all samey, but they will make a really nice themed journal. If you would like me to pop together a ephemera kit even for this, I will do so by all means, if there is a call for it. So just let me know. So that is the pink shabby backgrounds. So depending on your leaning, there's a shabby for everybody there, because you're either pink or blue, aren't you, I find, if you're into shabby. So that's that one. And then the third kit that is out this month, and this is this month's Ko-fi member kit, is William's Walls. So this is a William Morris inspired shabby kit, and I have kind of shabbied it up a little bit. It's not like really you know, blank, just you know, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a straightforward pants. I love that page. And it's just a nice mixture of colour palettes. I love that one also. I think these are upside down actually. I think it's supposed to be that way, sorry. There we go, that's better. Yeah, so there's, like I say, there's a nice mixture in here of smaller print and then of some more zoomed in images for you to have a play about with, and that's where it turns. Gosh, there's lots of pages in this kit. So these ones here are more of a blown up kind of look, more zoomed in on the flowers. But I just love this kit. I think it is so yummy and it is super versatile. And like I say, sorry, I do apologise. Some of these are the wrong way around. Like I say, oh, and I love that one too. This is, if you are a Ko-fi member, this is available now for you to go and download for free. And there are also freebies up then for the Daffodil and Bluebell members as well. I will show you those now. So I'm trying to wallop through these really quickly. Also, I've got a faulty light on my desk, and every time I tap my desk it flickers, which is very annoying. But there we go. Right, so the freebies are, and I'll show you the 4 of them. So you've got this one here. This is a selection of faux washi. You can use them for belly bands, all sorts, whatever takes your fancy. Then I've done a selection of tags, again using the Williams Walls backgrounds. I've popped a lovely large envelope in there, and then there's also this background page which I've done, and you can use that then to print on the inside of the envelope or on the background of the tags. So depending on what membership you've got there, either 2 or 4 of those will be available, and if you've got the full Snowdon membership, they are also available to you, as well as the William Walls kits for this month. Okay then, so freebies for everybody now. So I obviously have been to France and I've been to Ireland. Didn't know about that, did you? Didn't tell you about that. No. Yeah, snuck off to Ireland for a couple of days after coming back from France. It has been an absolute whirlwind. I think I touched grass, as we say here. I touched down for about a day in between holidays. Oh my gosh, my head hasn't stopped spinning. In fact, I woke up in the middle of the night the other night, needing the loo, and I didn't know where I was, and I thought I was in France, which was crazy because I'd been to Ireland in between. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know where I was, or I knew who I was, so that was a bit of a bonus. But yeah, it's been quite a busy time. So I've wanted to do some freebies that will complement what I'm working on this week. So I've done you some of these lovely numbers here, which I thought would be quite interesting. Some of them have got like a, you know, the faded number, some with the bold number, and then I did one in pink, one in blue, depending on which shabby leaning you're going with. And then I, yes, and this one again, so it's like a bit of a reversal of the image, so I really like those. So you've got a set of those there, and I've also done for you 2 collage pages. So I thought I'm going to take my French leaning here. I've got a lot of French stuff coming up, vintage French. So I will be keen to show you all of that and tell you about all of that in the coming weeks. If you are coming to our retreat, oh, news flash, you're going to have loads of lovely packs there that are going to be made up with lots of lovely vintage French stuff. Exclusively for those of you who are coming to the autumn retreat. I have got vintage lace, I have got vintage fabric, I have got vintage book pages, I have got vintage French ephemera, and there will be some kits themed on that you will obviously see first at the retreat at the beginning of September. So lots of exciting things coming up. If you haven't yet checked out the information for our retreat, please do go and check that out. And then we will then be releasing the information for our retreat then for next year very soon as well. But that is one not to be missed. So I've done you these 2 collage sheets today. These are your Friday freebie, even though it's Tuesday. And then what I've done is I've put some, like I say, some little images on there that this was kind of what I was hoping to get from France. I don't think I read anything while I was there, but I did do some making. A little bit of French perfume there for you, and just a lovely floral selection of lovely flowers there for you too. And I've done one then if you wanted it without the images on the graphics, and there's French ephemera in the background there. So they are your freebies today. I've just printed these out in different sizes to kind of show you what you can and can't be doing with them. I've printed these ones out on small, and I've printed these ones out even smaller again, and these out smaller too. So that's your freebies for today, guys. That's all the info for you on the kits, on the freebies, etc, etc, etc. Lots going on. Very, very exciting. Okay, so I'm going to clear the decks, and then I've got some other things to show you. I'll be back now. Okay, so you had my explanation at the beginning of the video as to why today's video is not really joined on with the last one. You may not have noticed, I don't know. I'm not quite sure how good my editing skills are going to be, but I just thought I'd just mention it in case you were wondering. Just before I move on, very quickly, a little update to our news about our retreat. We've got a retreat coming up next month, 6th to the 8th of September. It is in the Elim Conference Centre where we had our spring retreat up in the Malvern Hills. Beautiful, beautiful area. And and it is actually an area of outstanding beauty. As we're going early in September, we will have the full use of the stunning outdoor pool, which I'm very excited about. It's all-inclusive, full board. All of the information about where we're going and about the retreat is on our website. But first of all, we will be starting this retreat at 12 p.m. on the Friday. So very exciting. We're going in earlier on the Friday this time, so we can start and have a full day, the whole afternoon and evening, then crafting on the Friday. And also, I've had a couple of requests from different people about vouchers for my retreats. So I have created a way in which you can purchase a voucher. So if you want to purchase a voucher for somebody else, a friend, another crafting friend, if you wanted to send it to them as happy mail, if you wanted to surprise somebody and help out with the costs of their retreat, or if you have got a birthday coming up or you want an item for your Christmas list, you can tactfully send the link to your other half or your children, and ask them if they would like to purchase you a voucher. The vouchers can be used for any of our retreats, and that'll be entirely up to the person it's been purchased for. And like I say, you can do it completely anonymously, or you can obviously let the person know that it's you that's done it. So I will put the link for that down below. And if you go to our Ko-fi shop, you will see it there. It just says Rachel Miller Crafts gift voucher for retreats. So there we are, guys, just to let you know that provision is now there, because as I say, quite a few have asked. Right, now, finally... It's only taken me a week to get to this point. Don't forget to go and get your freebies. They are still there. But I wanted to share with you what I had been working on while I was away in France. I didn't get everything that I wanted to done, as I told you before, way overpacked. My head was all over the place a little bit, but did have a nice rest, injuries aside. I'm nothing except dramatic, am I? You should know this by now, guys. But I did have a project that I wanted to get done, and I took a load of stuff with me, and I was just so pleased with myself I managed to get this completed. So as I think I mentioned in the first half of the video, it was Shaw's 40th birthday last week, and we were going to Ireland for a few days, to Dublin, to celebrate his birthday. And we always pick up bits and pieces. We're very good at collecting holiday ephemera. We're excellent at it. What I'm not very good at is remembering then to make the journal after, to put it all in. So he said, wouldn't it be nice if we had a journal to take with us to put the postcards in? He obviously meaning we'll get one of those little like leather bound faux journal things. And I was like, okay, well, I've been promising to make him one for a very long time now, so it's kind of time I did. So while I was away on holiday, I made a journal for sure for his 40th birthday to put all of our holiday memories in. I was hoping we'd get time to write in it while we were away, but we were very busy and I was not doing too good because my foot was in a bad state while we were away. But anyway, but we did manage to collect loads and loads of stuff. So I didn't write in it straight away as well, because I wanted to show you all the journal, and you didn't all need to see my drivel in it. So I'm going to just show you very quickly what I've made, and I'm going to just very quickly demonstrate to you then how I made this cover. Okay, so I did make the cover from scratch. I actually made it from scraps, literally. I had some leather scraps here that I've had bouncing about for quite some time. Loads of small pieces, big pieces. So I'm just trying to grab a few to demonstrate to you. They actually were like this when I purchased them, so they're all offcuts. And I picked them up at a craft fair, the winter craft fair up at the Royal Welsh Show. At Royal Welsh Showground last winter before Christmas, and I've been waiting for the right project. So basically, I'll quickly show you the journal and I'll explain then how I did it. It's by no means finished. This is a work in progress. I have just bound it with a simple bit of leather straps, which I asked my girlies in our little WhatsApp group, hey guys, where do you all get your leather strap from? And they advised me Amazon. So I went to Amazon and bought a big pack, and it came, I had 3 different colours of it. So that was that, and I've just used that to tie it up. The cover, this is the binding. So there's 4 signatures in there. And I have bound them just by using more of this stuff, hole in the bottom, hole in the top, and I've then just tied the inside like I would if I was using elastic, so that I can move the pages in and out and we can switch things up. I did start making then some little beads with the scraps of leather. I've kind of run out of time, so I will carry on with that. And I also tried making some faux leather or suede, depending where you want it, little buttons, just to try those out. So I'm going to do a couple more of those because they were quite fun to do. And I've had this little Celtic cross pin badge thing since the last time we went to Dublin, so I popped that on there to kind of start him off with the decorations and stuff, because I know he likes to collect the pins and all. So let's have a look inside. So the inside, I covered the inside with some like upholstery fabric. It was actually a fabric sample that I had, so that's what that is. It's like a lovely flock on the inside of that there. And then I'll just quickly flip through then the signatures for you. What I did do, it's very messy in here, so I do apologise for that, because we've basically just lobbed all of our ephemera in there as we were kind of getting ready to fly back home. So all of our like tickets and things and all that's in there. But what I did, I gave him the journal for his birthday. Well, I made him open it the day before we left because I wanted him to have all the stuff inside. And I put these little paper bags in the pockets, and I printed off then like all of our like tickets and bookings and things and labelled them. So we actually went to Birmingham for the day first and a night. So I printed off the details for the hotel and I popped that in there. And then I put these little schedule things in for us to be able to write down like our, schedule, that's the word, what we were doing, what we had planned. So this is just a few bits of the ephemera that we picked up while we were, that was the guy that did a little talk for us in the little museum of Dublin. I'm trying to train him to make sure we pick up these lovely little coaster things. That's our tickets there from the Jemison factory. More coasters. That was our tickets there from Kilmainham Jail. Lots of fun going around there. Really enjoyed seeing that again. And yeah, like I say, I used this kit then to write down, some of our schedule stuff. So just a couple of quick ideas of what I did. My other half is a huge Only Fools and Horses fan, so I actually kept a calendar from last year, cut the pictures off the top, and used these pictures to make little tuck spots and pockets, just to add a little bit of fun to it for him, really. Because I know he likes that kind of stuff in there, so I just thought I'd make it a bit more personal to him. And again, then just made these like little cluster things, added little bits of leather here and there. I popped in some old postcards that we'd already collected this year. This is actually the wrappers that came around our chips when we went and had a meal out the one evening. And he looked at me and I looked at him and we laughed, and he picked them up and put them in his bag. He's so well trained. I was like, yeah, grab them, we'll use them in the journal. So that's from being around our fries that night. Again, very well trained. We got all of our receipts in here. I will do something with all of those a bit later on. That's the something at the drawer in the hotel, and this is from the wine tasting thing, not wine tasting, whiskey tasting we did at the Teelin's factory. Very nice, by the way. What else then? So I used pages then from another journal. I basically took the signatures out of another journal that I had, this lovely handmade paper. So I used that in between some digitals. That had a ticket in there for he wanted to swim with sharks at the Bay Grylls adventure place. That's why we went to Birmingham first. So he did that on his birthday. The tickets are around here somewhere. So I had that clipped in there as well. These are our little wristband things from one of the whiskey tours that we did while we were in Ireland. And before any of you asks, no, that is not how I broke my foot. I didn't stumble and fall whilst having had too much whiskey or Guinness. I was very good. I did only have a little sip. This was hanging in the bathroom, not the bathroom, in the wardrobe on holiday. And I just thought, oh, that's really cute. I'm going to take that and use that in the journal. Make a nice little tuck spot or something. This is a... this is a keyring I bought him while I was on holiday in France. I bought that at the Clos Luce, which was the house that Leonardo da Vinci, not Leonardo DiCaprio, Leonardo da Vinci lived at. So I'd given him that on his birthday. Again, pocket, there was some, that's a postcard there, I think, from the last time that we went to Ireland. Is that from Ireland? Before I get that completely wrong. I'm not actually sure. I'm not sure, but anyway, so I popped that in there, and that was a postcard I bought him from France, so I popped that in there for him as well. That was just a little fun thing I had from some Only Fools and Horses, like cake decoration things. I put an old book page in here, and we've got some coffee dye paper in here, and I just try to add in, now there's something very interesting to here, guys. I'm going to show you this. When he did his shark dive, the guy gave him a shark tooth, so he kind of came out and threw it at me. So I put it in my purse, but then we were going to the airport and I was getting a bit worried about losing it. So I said, well, look, I made you bring washi tape. So there you go, look. That is an actual shark tooth. Obviously the sharks weren't massive. Can you see that there? So I just suggested, right, well, we'll washi tape that to the page, and then we know it's there and it'll stay safe. So that's been to Ireland and back with us, and we've managed to keep it safe. So I just hope I don't lose that now. Here's another pocket I made. I just chucked in some old rugby tickets of his there. And yeah, just some ephemera bits. But again, just trying to make it kind of... this is actually the first time I made a journal for a man. So that was a little challenging. And I just wanted it to kind of reflect travel, really. That was just a little card thing I made to go in there. These were just things that I had, ephemera I had bouncing about, so I thought just show him what the pockets are for. There's my binding for my signatures, so I literally just tied that through there and then slipped the signature in, and then I just popped in some more of these from that calendar so he can write on them if he wants to. Obviously some of these pages can be taken out if there's too many in there then. I just did a couple of little clusters on there, again just tried to keep it really, you know, didn't want it to start feeling girly. Oh, that was from our meal out the first night that we were there. So that was our first receipt we collected. Yeah, I had to message our Rose because I was a little confused as to why we were paying deposits when we were buying bottled water over there. But in Ireland, they've got this great thing where you get your bottles, and if you take them back to the shop and you pop them through, I think the UK is like the only country that doesn't do it. You get your money back then on the deposit you pay. So like 20 pence a bottle or something. And you can then spend it in that shop. So the local Tesco's where we were did that. These are ribbons. Oh, these weren't very good, these ones. Didn't have very much success in the cathedral. We went to the one cathedral there, and they had like this ribbon thing there. So you would like put it over like this thing and then had to like rub the charcoal on it. So yeah, we had to go at that to kind of put those in our journal, but they were a great success, but we'll pop them in anyway, you know. Again, another pocket here. There's another one there. Oh, that was meant to go in there. I did make this little, look, with my Robin Reliant. That's meant to stick out of there, but I stuck it in the top because it was sticking out a bit too far, so I didn't want it catching, so I'll put that there at the end. These are just ephemera from the kits that I used. I will link the kits that I've used down below. They're not my kits, they were kits that I bought because I was not going to add stress to myself by trying to make kits I didn't already have. Again, that's just a bit of ephemera from something that he's purchased for Only Fools and Horses. And yeah, these are all different pages from the kits. And then obviously these are things for us to write in. So each of my signatures I've got cardstock on the end to hold them together. And again, then these are just some, I did some little side pockets here with pages from the kits. And then I made these little pockets then out of the spare pages that I had, so that we could write our movements for the days on there. I will now go through obviously and fill all this in and put all the bits in. The great thing about, I always say to people, if you're going to do a travel journal, always keep the receipts, because if you can't remember stuff after, now what do you think these are from? Oh no, they're not. They're not what? These were from the Teal and Whiskey tour, and we had to spray the smell of yeast and something on there. It doesn't actually smell that much now, but I know what that is. That was a tag off one of his jerseys that he bought, a t-shirt to wear, so I popped that in there. But yeah, sorry, the receipts. You can retrace your steps by going back through the receipts. So there we are. There's our pass for the Dubliner, the museum, which I was really interested to go back to, because the Dubliner is the museum in the middle of Dublin, and it has it's all the history in there about when the Vikings like basically invaded and then built up Dublin. And I was really interested to go back again. It's like the third time we've been in there, I think, over the years. But I wanted to go back specifically because I knew they had information in there on Viking remains that they'd uncovered when they did like a big dig in the town, an archaeological dig. Because I did my ancestry genealogy a couple of minutes ago, and mine then brings up DNA matches for me. Fun, yeah, I know, it's great until it starts spamming your inbox, you know, but anyway. But what I have discovered is I have been linked via my DNA to two Vikings that were found on archaeological digs, you know, dating back like 800 years ago, maybe 900 years ago. And one of them was found in Ship Street in Dublin. So I was really intrigued because I knew there were remnants of one of these findings in the Dubliner. So we went back to have a little look, and it was on the map actually that they had found some remnants of, you know, a Viking person there. So yes, it was very interesting. Anyway, sorry, it's just a bit of useless information for you all there, guys. So again, I made a little, I made one of these little signatures for each day that we were away, because we were away for 4 days, with the hope then that I can like really, you know, stick everything. I'm going to print off some photographs now later. We took lots of pictures and I'll stick these in then. But again, I just wanted to kind of show you the sort of thing I put in. It is very difficult sometimes to know what to do for A, for a travel journal, and B, for men. Because, oh look, I look like a thief now. I'm not. I just made sure that every day I took them from the bathroom under the glasses and put them in my journal. So when I came back and they made up my room, they'd put more of these lovely coasters down. I wasn't wandering around the hotel just pinching coasters, I promise you. No. So yeah, it's just those little things that we pick up, isn't it? He laughs at me when I pick those up. But yeah, again, I use more of these just for little areas to write in. I just made these long pockets. They were just dead easy to do using bits of the kits that I was working with. But again, wanted to leave lots of space so that we can put the pictures in. I will print them off now, like kind of mini size, and then we'll put them. Perhaps I'll show you it all when it's finished. So if I get it done. No, I will get it done. It'll make me do it then, won't it? But yeah, so I just wanted you to see, you know, each signature is about, I think, 10 pages long. And then I made this little thing here. Laugh as much as you breathe, love as much as you live. And then that's meant to kind of like open out. There's an envelope there, so we can put bits and pieces in there. There isn't anything in there at the moment, is there? No. And then this opens out. Oh, it's meant to open out, but it's stuck. There we go. That opens out like that then, so you can write on there. Oh, glue's caught on there. That's so annoying. Yeah, so that's what that is there. And then this side, then, this is signature number 3. So I had a little, the kit had these like pages with these lovely little hinges. So I cut around the one set of hinges and made like a little hinge with a little pocket on the back. And then I basically used these to show where the pockets were and that you can use them for the ephemera. Yeah, so this was Wednesday. We were booked in to see, because I'd already booked this up before we went. If you want to visit Kilmainham Jail, the museum that's there, you need to book way in advance, because it's really like popular. It's very interesting if you want to hear all about the history of the Easter Risings, people that were in these jail cells. Yeah, quite harrowing hearing the stories of the youngest prisoner that was ever there, because he stole some bread during the famine. It's quite upsetting, a lot of it. Well, the whole thing that they tell you is upsetting. There's no good stories there, but it was very interesting and very informative. So that was my little note to myself that I did a couple of weeks beforehand, because I'd spoken to the guy on the phone and he'd reserved tickets for us. So very grateful to David at Kilmainham Jail. I actually impressed the taxi driver when he gave us a ride back the night before from across the town, because I couldn't walk. And he said, "Oh, where are you off tomorrow?" I said, "We're going to the jail." And he went, "Oh, I'm intrigued to know whether or not you can pronounce it." So I cautiously attempted to say Kilmainham Jail. And he said, "Oh, my goodness, you got it right first time." I just asked, because we're fellow Celts, you see. So we went to the jail in the morning, and we went to the Guinness storehouse in the evening, which we'd also had tickets booked for. Very nice. Went and had our 3 pints of Guinness. I think I had about half of mine that day, because I'd had enough Guinness. It was making me feel a bit full. And I was in a lot of pain with my foot, which at the time I didn't realise I'd broken. I was just wandering around on it, as you do. These are more ribbons from the Dubliner. They had a very fun ribbon thing. And this is actually a Viking, this is the alphabet. So that says Shaw, S-H-A-W. And that one there is my name, R-A-C-H-E-L. I was quite intrigued to see that the letter C is actually the shape of an H, but there we are. So that is the alphabet there. They also had some other things there that we were able to do ribbons of. So Shaw loves doing this stuff, so I usually just let him elbow him amongst the kids and have a go, and he knows that they'll always go great in our journals. But yeah, so they'd be very interesting. We'll try and incorporate those in somehow. And again, it's just nice to collect little things. So again, another little tuck spot there, and I just very quickly flick through the rest of this. Oh my goodness, look how much stuff we collected. Again, more tickets, but it's great because it's all this sort of stuff that that was another map that we had, the hop on hop off bus. We actually did the Go Dublin card, which basically you could get into lots of different attractions with it. You know, it's all included, so you haven't got to worry then about paying every time you go somewhere. It's all included on the card, which is great, and it all goes on your phone. The only nuisance was my phone battery kept dying, but that's okay. And then the last signature then again was just I just made little bits of ephemera then, you see, out of the thing. You will recognise the little numbers because I did thankfully take all my little ephemera scrap bits with me. Again, just some more blank papers for me to stick things on, write on. These are bits of my ephemera out of one of my kits. Little scrappy ticket bits. But I was just really pleased that I was able to kind of come up with an idea that was, you know, didn't end up looking like a lady's journal. So that was a big win. And that was just a little sign in the back there saying that I'd made it for his birthday. And that was one of our postcards we picked up in Hay on Wye earlier this year. So that was the journal. Like I say, I've got lots to go in, so I probably will take some paper out because this is just a small pile of the ephemera that came out today. So I'm going to just really quickly explain to you how I put the cover together, because I'm not being funny, we all know how to make signatures, don't you? But the cover, well, what I did, I cut sections of this leather. I obviously worked out the size that I was going to need. I cut the sections down just using my fabric rotary cutter. This was amazing, by the way. And really saved my hands because obviously cutting through the leather would have been quite tricky. Then I worked out how I wanted it to lay out. So let me see if I can just fold this flat a minute, just to give you kind of an idea. Now, what I didn't want was the joins on the spine, because I knew it was going to get a lot of, you know, a movement, doesn't it, the spine? So I started with a piece for the spine. So I had that bit there cut, and then I cut 4 other sections as well in different sizes, and I just, you know, laid them all out on the thing. Then, so if I can just very briefly show you an example now. I've got some pieces here. Now, I haven't had as much forethought with this one, because I'm just trying to think how I did this now, because I'm going to do a smaller journal this time. I think, was it that way, that way, that way, and that way? See, I knew I should have labelled them, because I had them all measured out and cut out, but I can't remember now which way they went. Maybe it was like that. Yes, maybe. Right, okay. So that was, I'm going to do a miniature one to show you all. So that was kind of, but obviously I didn't do the fixed spine on this one, so that might be a bit of a problem, but we'll give it a quick go and we'll have a little look. Okay, so basically I did the fixed spine, and from there then I stitched on then these pieces. All of this was done by hand. I didn't have a machine. I was in France, but I did try. Mum brought her little travel sew machine, but I couldn't stitch through the leather. It was just too thick, so I opted to just do it all by hand. So I did it with my awl to make the holes. So these holes here, I used my awl. I was going to use, and I'm just trying to remember if I did. Yeah, no, I'm telling a lie. I think I used this. I did. I used this to make the holes for the leather laces. Sorry, I got hiccups. So for these centre pieces here, I used this. Did I use a large side? I think I may have done, actually. Oh, there seems to be some remnant of something in there, so that possibly is the leather. I just went along and used this, and of course the great thing is you can set your distance, so they were all then like uniform across. And then for the outer stitching, which I did by hand with a needle, I used my awl to make the holes for that, because I just thought it would look really nice to be stitched around. And I stitched, obviously I had to stitch this onto it. Now I stitched the backing fabric onto the leather, but I did stick the leather onto the fabric, and I used Fabri-Tac for that, and that did the job nicely, and it stuck really, really well, and that kind of just gave it a really good feel. I mean, you know, in all fairness, there's so much stuff in this journal now, but this has been, you know, to Dublin with us and back. You know, it's been on a plane, kind of thing. So it's been moved about as much as it's going to be. Now it just needs working in, but it's, you know, it withstood that. It was in our carry-on luggage, and you know, squished about here, there and everywhere, but it's kept its shape nicely. I was really pleased actually. So I'm glad I went for the leather cover on it, because I think that really kind of like helped with that. So let me just very quickly, I hope I can do this now. So where's my ruler? And I need a pen that I'm gonna be able to see. That will do. So basically, if we measure, this is what I did. I took my ruler and I took a pen and I just went, I'll do it on the 1/2 inch, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I want one there as well? Yeah, why not? 7. Right. And then this piece now, let's turn it around upside down so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's helpful if they are in line with each other, if that makes any sense at all. Right, start that where that is there. Let me just work out where I'm at a minute with my measurements, because obviously I've turned it upside down now. Right, that's the 1/2 inch mark there, so bring it down a bit, Rach. Right, so I'm going to do 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and then 1 there. Right, okay, and then I simply just took my hole maker thing. Yeah, I think that'll be far enough. Lined it up, there we are, look, and that's cut through quite nicely. Don't worry about what's left over. You can just go through and cut that off with your scissors then afterwards. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and then we'll do a little one on the end then. Right, so that one there. Scissors, where's your scissors, Rach? There we go. Okay, let's just cut that off there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then let's just cut this one as well. Following the holes. This is why you need to mark with a good pen, because let's take that up a bit so you can see, which is very tricky if the leather is dark. 1, 2, 3. Now I took my time doing this over several days because I had to think about each process, if that makes sense. So I did a bit and then I was like, how am I going to progress with that? And I went off and just thought about it. You know, sometimes these things, when you're just doing it off the cuff, you've got to just think everything through. It doesn't matter if you need to take your time doing that, you know, don't feel you've got to rush these things. When you're coming up with something, a new idea, just, you know, take that time, think it through, because you don't want to be making mistakes, really, do you? Okay, so I'm just going to very quickly demonstrate to you how I put this together. Give me a piece of that. Yep, that'll do. Oh no, let's have a look at this, because this one's already unthreaded. Okay, so she says, finding the end. Here we are. Right. So what I did was I made sure that I started on the inside, and I simply just threaded like I was lacing a pair of shoes. I threaded my way through each section, because there's no need for a needle for this. If your holes are nice and big, you may as well just do it all by hand. And it is literally, now I did think about it afterwards, and I thought I could have done my holes like that so that they were on the you know what I'm trying to say, just so that they weren't directly opposite each other. There's a word for it, but I can't think now, but like diagonally, you know. I could have done it like that, but I I didn't. I did it this way. So I'm going to just show you the way that I did it originally. But yeah, you can do your holes so that they're not, you know, directly in line with each other. What have I done there now? Oh, I've done that wrong. I should have gone in the top. Talking luck. It's been a while, you know, since I've done something and talked. It's not been a while since I talked. I talk plenty, but it's been a while since I've had to. This is like trying to rub your belly and tap your head at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so very, very excited about the next retreat. I'm so excited because they've got a lovely, lovely, huge outdoor pool, and we had a lovely outdoor pool in France, and I've really missed that since we've come back. I booked hotels when we were away, specifically with pools, but sadly was only able to swim the one day because my foot was just hurting too much. The second and the third days that we were in Ireland, so which was a shame because there was a lovely pool, although the jacuzzi that was there was absolutely boiling. I had to get out. It was burning the skin on my leg. I was like, what? You know, there's jacuzzis and then there's just getting in a boiling hot bath. I'm not one for hot baths. I don't, no, that's not for me. That's not a pleasurable experience for me as far as I'm concerned. Being scalded alive, no. I felt like I was in a giant soup. Right, there we are, guys. So that'll give you an idea now. You can see how that is starting to develop then, yeah? So just in the same way that I've done that, I've used that process there. And again, then I would have just taken the next section and don't worry if if it's pulling, it's going to pull. All that'll come together when you glue it to your fabric on the back or your card, whatever you decide to back it with. Now, how did I do this again just now? Because I keep forgetting. Like that, I think, wasn't it? That's it. And then that one on the top. That's it. So what I would do now is I would carry on. I'd make the hole there now, and then I would carry on, loop up the others, and then I would loop down the side here. So that's a very simple example here of, how we would measure this out. Shall I just do it now and have it done? Otherwise I'm never going to get this done, am I? Let me just quickly make the hole mark there, and then the same here, because we're going to want this to be in the same position. So bear with while I quickly just make my marks. What was an inch apart, weren't they? So if I go if I move up a little bit, there we are. 1, 2, 3, and then these two I'll do like this. On the 1/2 inch, move that up a bit. 1, 2, 3. No, there's not room on the edge there for one. And then I will just bring that down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's just cut these in place then a second, and then that'll be that job done. Let's just, oh, nicky knocky no. It's too far now. Yeah, that is a bit too far. There we go. Okay, there we are. Right. 1, 2. We are doing our workshops slightly differently at our next retreat. They are bookable workshops, and you will be provided with everything that you need to do the workshops. If you've booked on to that one, it just gives us an idea of who wants to do what, what there's interest in, and how many materials we need to bring with us. So we just thought we'd give things a try a different way, because not everybody comes to a retreat to do workshops. A lot of people come to retreats to literally retreat away and just enjoy having you time to craft, and that's fine. That's very much what I like in a retreat. But I know some people like to come and learn, and that's okay too. So we need to make sure that we, provide for everyone, the things that they need and what they're looking for. So it just helps us if we've put all that in place beforehand. Oh, I haven't done the holes that side, have I? Right, bear with. So yeah, on our website, you'll see when you book your retreat tickets, there's an option then to book the workshops that you want to attend, if you want to attend any. So just make sure that you also include those with your ticket, so we know who's doing what and how much stuff we need to pack for you all for your kits. I know Bella's been very busy today getting ready some lovely fabric packs for the shop, and I will be making a start on my French ephemera packs and French lace packs from the stuff that we've purchased while we were in France to bring back for you all. And as I say, you will have first dibs on all that stuff, guys, at the retreat. So, you know, we do like to make the retreat a bit of an exclusive experience. The kits that I showed you all earlier on, obviously they were all out back at the summer retreat, so people were able to get a head start on those and purchase them ready there. So I know some people have been playing away with those for the last month or two, which is nice, because it's nice to think that if you're coming along, you get to come away with something, you know, it's a bit of a perk kind of thing, isn't it? So even if that's just a heads up on what's coming with Reach and Bella Crafts, then great. Oh, I need to do some for that side as well there. So I'm going to just eyeball this one. Come on. The only annoying thing is getting this out of here. So let me just pop one there. I think one will be enough, actually, now I think about it, because it's not a very thick piece, is it? Let me just mark there where it's wet, and I will just do one there. Perfect. Right, so as I was saying, I will carry on with this piece here like this, just trying to hold it all into place. Now, yes, it might be easier to, where do I feel? Oh no, there we are. I keep getting myself in the middle here. It might be easier to stick it onto a piece of card first, or a piece of fabric first, and then stitch through the whole thing. But I didn't want the fabric on the inside showing this lacing. I wanted this lacing process like hidden in between, if that makes sense. But you could still stick it all onto a piece of paper if you wanted it all held in place. But I actually quite liked working with it as it was moving about. So, you know, it was nice to just get a feel for the materials, and you know, this is a different kind of mixed media again now, isn't it? I was just very excited to finally have a go at something I'd had in my head for like ages. And when you finally get to work on that project that you've been thinking about for a long time, it's just quite exciting, isn't it? So there we go. And all I did then to tie that off was to simply see, because every time you pick it up, it does move, but that's all right. As long as you know roughly, you keep, you know, moving it into place. And then I just did a gentle little knot there then, just to kind of tie that off together. Nothing dramatic, because it was all going to be stuck down anyway, and that was just to stop it from moving too much. To tighten it up as well, then I just literally grabbed my awl and I just kind of like tightened the laces as you would a shoelace, you know, and just went along like that, kind of gathering the loose sort of thing. But yeah, and then I just cut that off and I just tucked that in there then, just like so. So I didn't put any big knots or anything behind it, because I didn't want that bulk then behind the leather. So yeah, obviously then do your last ones there, do those ones down there, and then this is the point then in which you would choose your fabric. Fabric then gets glued onto the back. That's when you then take your time, you straighten it all out, you get it all into shape, make sure that everything is exactly where you want it to be, and then glue that down. And then if you would choose to, then you can then take your awl, and I did this on my fabric pad thing. So I don't suggest you do this on a desk, perhaps do it with a cork underneath or something. And I just went through then and I made holes as I went. So I did like each bit of leather at a time, like so, through, you know, in a straight line, much straighter than that. And then I just used, I think I doubled up on my perle thread, but I mean, you can use any kind of cross stitching thread. Just, you know, you're going to want several threads in there. It would probably be like 6 if you were to use, you know, normal cross stitch thread. Just leave it, don't split it, you know, just leave it as quite thick then so you can see it, and choose a contrasting stitch. I suggest you do like I have here. I went with a light beige just so that it would kind of set it off and you could see the stitching around it. So that's the basics really for how I put the cover together. I'm not going to do any more of this now because I don't want to keep you guys any longer. This video's already been a bit all over the place as it is. But yeah, definitely have a go. One more thing very quickly. Okay, so one more thing I just wanted to quickly share with you. So I'm going to just make sure that they're all in the frame. There we go. Is this gorgeous kit. I'm going to be making a small journal, as I explained, small leather journal. And I want to work with my blue shabby pages like I just showed you. But I wanted something really vintagey to go on the back of my blue shabby pages. And I just happened, most fortuitously, to turn on my YouTube, and who should pop up but my beautiful friend Gez from Gez Video Creates, and she has released her very first design digital kit. That's the word I'm looking for, sorry. Gez has been a member of our design team. She's a very good friend. She comes to our retreats. We absolutely adore her. And at the last retreat that we did, I did a little workshop on digital design. Just a few questions some of the girls had, so we went over to the kitchen in the farmhouse and sat and talked through some stuff, and little did I know that it was going to help finish off Jez's learning, because she'd been doing so much research and learning and working away on Photoshop, hours and hours and hours and hours of learning, but since then she has gone away and perfected her kit, and I'm going to share with you some of the pages, not all, because it's quite big, the kit that she's done. In fact, there are 3 kits. What you can see on my desk in front of you here is just a small selection of the beautiful ephemera kit that she's done. It is all vintage ephemera. It's invoices. There's ledger pages. I think I'm sure some ledger page in there somewhere. But she has made it beautiful, and they're all her own ephemera that she's purchased and collected, and she has cleaned up the images and all of the other work that goes into, I've got to be honest with you, vintage ephemera, I'm not a big fan of making myself on digital kits because of the workload involved. There is just so much, titillating and tidying up and perfecting and just clarifying of the images, because just scanning an image onto a computer, it doesn't cut it. It does not transpose well, so it's a lot of work has gone in here, and I take my hat off to her for that. So I wanted to share with you, because I'm going to be working with her kit. I'm very excited, but I have printed off some of the journal pages here, because she's got a journal page kit. Obviously I've printed everything half size because I'm making an A5 kit, but it'll give you an idea. There's loads of these gorgeous tags. These are little envelopes. Look, I've inked everything up. I sat and did it all last night in front of the TV with my foot up. Little pockets. She's got envelopes here that I haven't yet folded and put together, but lots of different shapes as well. Love this one. This is one of her collage pages. Sets of tags. That's a try tag there. These lovely shaped tags here. Oh, it's just also scrummy. And then lots of miniature stuff. She's got a whole label set, which I do have here somewhere. I've just left it on my coffee table, I think, because I was working with it last night. But let me show you the journal pages. Look at these. Aren't they stunning? And she's put, the shading around the edge, and she's put like a center shade. Look at these. And these will be like a whole page. But she's also got these as well for you to print off, just as the large ephemera sheet as well, with the invoices, with a lovely stamp on. Oh, look at that image there. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm really hoping that this is going to go well. I know it's going to go well with my blue shabby backgrounds kit. And I'm very excited to be able to work with them. Look at this lovely collage page there she's done. That one again there. There's another lovely collage page here. Sorry, I've got cramp in my hand. Lack of use, I expect. Oh, that's not one of Jez's. No, they're my blue shabby kits. And then that one there. So they are all part of her invoice kit. I'm going to put the link in my description box down below. Please, I'll also put the link in the description box of her video where she shows you it all in full. Please do go check that out. Like I say, there are loads of I think there's 3 kits then. She's also got some freebies. Go get the freebies off her Ko-fi page. I'm just quickly checking my desk because I did have that printed as well. Bear with. No, I've used it. I've cut it out. Sorry. Oh, no, hang on. Wait. Is this it here down here? Oh, no, hang on. I have got one here. This one here is the freebie. So that's it there in full size. Isn't that lovely? And is there another one here underneath? No, I did cut the other one up because it was the tag thing. So I got that as well. But yes, go check them out. They are amazing. And like I say, I've printed now these dark, these blue vintagey kind of images now on the back, and I'm hopeful now that this will all go together really nicely in my little leather journal, and we'll take it from there and we'll see how it goes. So if you guys want to craft along with me with this journal, you don't have to use leather to do the cover in the way that I've done it. If you don't, because I mean, I know it's quite a, you know, you'll all be saying, come on, Rach, who has bits of leather lying about? Well, that's, you know, that's fair enough. But you could do it with denim. So go and cut up one of your kids' pairs of jeans that they don't fit in anymore. You could do this with different colours of denim. You could do it with fabrics, you know, this a similar kind of structure to it. So, you know, we're lacing it up and then we'll stitch around the outside. I'm going to go and finish mine off and then put my signature together, and then we'll come back and we'll have a little bit of a play inside then. I hope. I know I say these things and I disappear and things happen and then you don't see me for ages. Hopefully that won't happen this time. I'm really keen to get back in some crafting. My craft room is a tip. Would appreciate your prayers, guys. Lots going on still at home at the moment. My middle son is off back to uni for a week. He's going tomorrow. Mum and Dad are driving back to Swansea. He's going up to sit a few more exams. And then hopefully we'll be done with that then for this term. Before we then get cracking starting on the next term. Oh my goodness, I don't know where the summer goes. And it's raining here today, as per in Wales. But there we go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for coming back and bearing with me. I'm sorry for the disjointed video. Please don't forget to go download your freebies. Don't forget to go get your free kits if you're members of my Ko-fi channel. If you're not yet members, go and check it out. You get a free kit every month. And also for those of you that are interested in our retreats, please do go over to the website, check out the information there. Don't forget about the voucher scheme, and if there's anything else I've forgotten, just drop me a message. Don't forget to leave me a message and say, hi guys, haven't spoken to you all in quite some time. Be lovely to hear from you. But thanks for joining me today, and I will be back with you very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.